Good evening, and it is evening. Because of the location of today's camp, we've had to come a little bit later, and just making our way around the edge of this farmer's field. It's not a public footpath, but we're in the middle of nowhere, so I don't think we're going to be spotted, and at least going around the edge we're not damaging his crops. It's me, Mr. Mark. If I turn around, where is he? There.
Hello.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
We're heading to what will hopefully be an interesting camp location, as you'll see in a minute. And that's where we're going. Right, if I can get up there. This is the problem. Wet feet on it. It's not a lot of grip.
Yeah, it's a bit flooded. Have your stick.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got a stick, sir.
Lovely. You pass on camera.
Your camera. Camera.
Thank you. If I stick my camera over here. Yeah, got it. That's one up. I think it's for the loop first. Yeah, got it. Lost your bags, Eddie.
Okay, now the bags are up, now I've got to get up.
Hang on, what you going? What you've got to do is put your hands up here, one hand either side. That's it. Right up here.
My boots are so slippery.
Okay. I can grab you if you need be. He's up. He's up. Right, let's just give you a quick show round. There's the hole that we climbed up. It's very slippery on that wood because of course your feet get wet on the way up, which is a bugger. There's not a lot of room up here, it's not big. We're going to have one person sort of sleeping there. We've got these handy shelves. These windows aren't too much for hassle, but we're right next to an entrance to a campsite, so we've got to be a bit careful. I don't know quite how well it'll show looking at that window, but there's an entrance to the campsite there, so anyone leaving's looking straight at this. So we'll have to block these two windows with our bags. But, and one of us will be sleeping around this side. And this will be our sort of communal area.
Yeah.
One chair where Mark's standing, and one chair over there, and a table between us.
I'm excited.
Should be a giggle, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I've never spent a night in a pillbox before.
It should be a laugh, shouldn't it?
Yeah, excited.
There we go, that's my bed set up. I've got the British Army bivvy, purely for protection, this rough old concrete floor, so it doesn't knack on a sleep nap. And I'm right next to the hole, so let's hope I don't turn over too much in the night or go sleepwalking. I'll wander around this side. Mark set up down this side. I bet that's the first time German camouflage has been inside this British bunker because he's borrowing my my German bivvy. And we're finding the little stands here where they normally have the guns very useful. We're having tables.
Very useful.
Mark's got his cooking equipment set up on that one. I have on my one on the other side. And we have our chairs out around the far side there. The far side of that wall is our lounge area.
Yes.
Although it's not exactly a big space. Looking at it, it's only, what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 5 metres across maximum, about 15 feet. So it's not a big pillbox. Just a bit unusual being round. I'm sorry the camera's ghosting in and out there, but it's these low light conditions. It doesn't like it, especially when I'm moving around. These are the only 2 windows we're sort of concerned about because they're towards the entrance to a campsite. So when it gets dark, we have to have proper lights on. We're going to have to cover them too. Otherwise, we'll really light up because we're out in the middle of the country at a really show. But once them 2 windows are blocked, we can have some lights on in here. Ones around that side are looking out over the fields, so that's no big deal. Right, I've got to share with you. We're all set up, and we've just got the kettle on making a brew, and we can hear some voices outside of some young kids. We peeked through one of the gun ports and seen these four young lads, teenage lads, coming to have a look at the pillbox. And so we kept quiet, and I went against this back wall, and of course we're upstairs, and they was chatting outside saying, oh, I don't know if you can get in, I don't know if you could get up there. One of them decided to be brave enough to have a go. And he got his hands up on the ledge and he started to sort of come up the tree where we came up. And he almost had his head to the upstairs here. And his mate outside said, what would you do if there was someone in there? So I just leaned over down the hole and said, probably shit your pants. Well, they screamed and run off through the underground. They scarpered. Oh God, that was funny.
Going, there's some random man in there.
Yeah. Why didn't we have the camera running? It would have been cool. Never mind. As long as he was not running back and telling his dad and calling the police, otherwise we're in trouble, but it was funny. Right, the bag's in place now as a window blind. I'll also take the opportunity to show you what's in this little top pouch here. Military rations. It seems appropriate somehow, using it in here. I've got chili con carne for tonight, and I have also got an all-day breakfast in there, just in case I get hungry. I don't normally have breakfast, but it's there if I need it. So that'll be dinner for later. That's my chili con carne in the pot. It's getting quite hungry now, actually. It's later than I thought. It's 9:15. No wonder I'm hungry. So yes, let that warm up a bit. It'll be scoff time. Right, it's time for dinner. Ration packed chili con carne. And as I've said on other videos, the pack cut lengthways rather than the tear strip up here. If you use their tear strip, the pack is too deep. And you end up, when you're trying to get the last bits out, you're getting it all up your spoon, up your fingers, and God knows what as you're scooping in the pouch. Cut it lengthways, it opens up into a nice pouch. It's much easier to get everything out, especially when you're a greedy bugger. How's your noodle, Mark?
It's alright.
Yeah?
It's a bit spicy.
Bit spicy.
Bit spicy,
I'll
like.
have to try one of them. Let's see what bit this is like. It's hot.
That's a good start.
actually nice. First time I've had the chili con carne, I think. Nice, would recommend it. Well, we've had our dinner, settled down for another beer. Probably the last bit of filming I'll do this evening until I actually go to bed, because there's only so much you can film.
Yeah.
We're in a small brick box. Can't really show you the view or whatever. So yeah, limited on what we can film in here. But to be honest, it's more about the experience and having a giggle as much as anything. I'm still kicking myself that I didn't film the section where we frightened the kids that were coming in through the door, but never mind. It was funny, very, very funny, but there we go. So yeah, good evening, and I'll get back to bedtime. Okay, it's about midnight. It's time for bed. I've moved my chair over to the hole there, because I'm going to stick my boots on there, stick my jacket on there, up out of the way, and also, any luck, it'll remind me if I roll that direction not to go through the hole, because that'll be a rude awakening in the middle of the night.
A wet one and all.
It would be a wet one, yeah. Right, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. Didn't have too bad a night. The only thing was, there's a road very, very close to this. It's a back road, but it's very straight. So there wasn't much traffic last night, but the traffic that was using it was thundering through. They really were getting a move on. So it was a bit noisy. Heard that a couple of times, but overall, guessing you heard that. Overall, not bad night. We're just having some coffee, and then we'll start packing up in a bit. Right, we're all packed up, ready to roll. Mark's just taking some photos. That was home for the night. Not perfect, but it was different. It was a bit of a laugh. So we've just got a walk across the fields. It'll take us about half an hour to get back towards where the car is. If I turn you around that way, it's a bit bright. We're heading over there. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable. Something completely different. On to the next one. Thanks for watching.